Oops, 2 minutes early. Yo, what's up, white LMH? My first yo. Um, and I was about to answer them now, and I'm like, I should do live. And I think I had that plan to begin with, but here we are. We're doing it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. What's up, bro? What's up, Boss Fishing? What's up, Basketball Pro Sammy? I'm answering them, bro. I'm gonna try to answer all the questions. I hope this looks pretty good. I'm on the new iPhone 10, baby, Wakanda forever. And I don't know how long this is gonna take. I'm gonna try to answer your questions as they pop up here too. I'm 25, and that's pretty much it. We'll see how many questions I get to. Should get to pretty much all of them, and I hope you like it. I'm not 30, I'm 25. Puerto Rico was great. First time I swear, I try not to, but I swear all the time. Do I have stuff in my face? What's up, Dunk King? All right, I'm gonna get to it. Videos, can you see this? Oh, and before I read these questions, I have not read most of them. I saw a few notifications pop up on my phone, but I have not read most of these questions, so let's see. Ask me anything. All right, let's see. Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I'm reading these real quick. I weigh 172 right now. You're a girl, 5'8", touching rim? Definitely think you can dunk if you're already touching rim. That's great. Acapulco, Mexico, send regards. What's up, dude? I don't know Nate Dunks, but he's awesome. I went from 1 foot to left, right because of knee pain. Any advice on 2 foot? Same workouts help, but I have videos on that as well. I'm gonna make a technique video soon, but basically just try to get your technique first and then get faster. These comments are coming quick. Windmill motion, I have the lob tutorial for the windmill. Checked it out. I went live in the gym. It was on Instagram though, that's the thing. Maybe that's why you got confused. Best shoes for jumping, ones that are light, have good grip, and can sustain like hard power, because I have gym shoes that have grip and are light, but when I try to push really hard, they're wobbly. Okay, I'm gonna get to these questions. 62 comments, let's go. Little Nate says, I'm gonna try to ask a couple. What was the mindset before you started your dunk journey? Why do you call it a dunk journey? Who's your biggest inspiration? And do you know that you're my biggest inspiration? Now I do. Do you know me, Kyrie, for? What do you think? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by these questions. I'll answer these in a second. So, what was the mindset before starting your dunk journey? Basically, I always loved dunking when I was a little kid, and I always wanted to dunk. I always loved jumping, and I touched the rim once, and I was like, let me see if I can hang. And it was all about just trying to hang on the rim, and then I actually saw Over the Hill Dunker, Andy Nicholson's video of him going from touching the rim, grabbing the rim, to dunking. And it was just about getting my first dunk. My mindset was just, if I could hang on the rim, which I did after jumping, I'm like, if I went from barely touching the rim to be able to hang with just my fingertips, I think I can just keep increasing. So let me see if I can get a dunk. So that was the mindset. And it was just train hard and jump a lot. My biggest inspiration at the beginning was probably Andy, because he was my height. He had his videos week 1 to week 12 of him touching the rim from where I was, hanging with 2 hands was another goal, and then dunking. So that was a huge inspiration because it showed somebody that was my height at my level going from where I was to dunking. So that was huge inspiration. But other than that, all the big dunkers were huge inspirations. Like T-Dub was amazing, like the way he could fly. I didn't know anybody can dunk like that. That was my height before I saw YouTube. And him on YouTube, I thought that it was only for, what's up, Sedan Beats? It was only for like tall people and super gifted people, but just seeing people on YouTube that were my height, and my friends as we grew together were all inspirations now. I'm still inspired by a lot of people. I call it a dunk journey because I got my first dunk, and now I'm kind of on like a journey to see how high I can get and see if I can achieve the dream goals of crazy dunks, like the ones that I felt like I could always get one dunk down because I just had to like barely reach and things like that, but to be able to get certain dunks down and game dunks like that just seemed like next level. That's like the journey to that. So I don't know if it's like barely even believable that I can get there. You guys still there? Because I got a call by accident. Okay. Hope you guys are still there. Shoot. Okay. And then I didn't know what else to call it too. Dunk journey, dunk path, like dunk workouts. It was a journey was the only one that fit, that like kind of encompassed everything I was doing. Yeah, I think you should squat and deadlift to get to the next level. You know, it's not really a one-to-one, but you definitely want to have a good ratio for how much you can lift to how much you weigh. The bigger that ratio, the more you can lift for how light you are, the better, the more force you can produce, which the higher you can jump. All right, that was one question. We got a lot to go. What do I do for a living? I just have a basic job right now, 9 to 5, desk job, trying to make creating and stuff for my living, and I love making photos and videos, so I'm trying to do that, but just a basic job. Worst jumping day ever, tips. Really try to understand why it was your worst jumping day. If you had a bunch of good days before that, that's just natural. If you had a bunch of bad days in a row, maybe you're burnt out. If you just had a terrible day and you had a bunch of good days and like off and on, it's just natural. But if you had the worst jumping day ever, just try to take note of how you felt, how your body felt, how rested you've been, how you've been eating, all the factors, and try to figure out if they were all off on the same day, or just you can just have one day where you're just not feeling it, because sometimes you don't have that, all the factors to line up. And even if you have most of them, one could just be the factor. Like if you just didn't eat right the day before or something like that, your body might be fighting something, who knows. But there's a lot of things. But just try it. My best advice is to try to take note of how you're feeling while you're having the worst day, and then how you felt like the days leading up to it and what you did like the prior days. I played for high school on JV and I was terrible and I barely played. That's the extent of my high school playing, but I started playing a lot more in college to actually get better and get good. Bye, Mom, love you. And yeah, I wish I started practicing earlier. I just never thought I really would be that good and didn't really take it serious, but now I'm taking it serious just to have more fun and try to be at the top level I can be, just because I have so much fun playing when I do. My first dunk, let me actually see my first dunk. Just because people ask me how old I was for my first dunk. I'm gonna, 6 years ago, February 2012, that would make me turning 20, I was 19. First dunk was at 19. Oops, why did I leave this? I should have opened a new tab. Okay, can I see my own live stream though? We'll see in a second. What's up, everybody? Okay, next question. Wait, what the hell? What did I do with the friggin'... Sorry, I used the wrong tab. Thought I didn't use the tab, but I did use the tab. All right. So 19. How often do you call your mother? Almost daily. Do you think you call her enough? No. Do you say hello to all your videos, 8 minutes or longer or shorter? And I don't say hello to everyone, but almost everyone. Can you do off backboard 360? I've never tried. I don't think so yet. Yes, I know she loves me to infinity and beyond. How do you jump on your bad days and how do you get more good days? 1 million subs coming soon? I like that. I'm watching an English class. How do you jump on bad days? If it's a bad day because for a good reason, and you're exhausted and you really worked hard, maybe just rest and cut it short and don't even try to jump. But if you're just like been in a slump for a while and it's been a lot of bad days, just push yourself. Try to set some kind of goal. Like I had one video where I was jumping really bad and I was like, let me just make this my worst day going forward. So I just, even though I've windmilled a million times, I'm like, let me just try to windmill on this horrible day, because if I can still do that on my worst day, that's still better than my worst day a few months ago or a few years ago, something like that. So just try to find some kind of motivation, whatever it is, even if it's just like touching rim from a certain distance or touching this far down on your hand, whatever it is, just try to find some goal that you can make your worst day have some kind of goal to it, so that way you don't go lower than that. Does that make sense? Who is your favorite dunker of all time? And what is your favorite dunk? Even if you can't do it yet. Favorite dunker's gotta be T-Dub, because he's like my height, if not an inch shorter, and he game dunks like a monster, and every jump is insanely high, and he's got so much power, and he's just insane. Favorite dunk? I don't really know, but Lippick had this dunk where he did a under both 360, and the way he did it might be my favorite dunk, because he like paused in the air. He's left right, so he finishes with his right, and he finished it so nice. That dunk is insane. I really like under the butt. That seems disgusting. I also like the J Rich. I just kind of like the technical tricks that are super difficult. I don't really like the ones that are too technical that you don't really can punch. I like the ones that are technical but you can still punch. Does that make sense? So like I don't like a 540 where you just basically barely touch the rim. I like the 540 T-Dub did, where he did a 540 and like hung on the rim. Like that's insane. Under the butt, yes I do. When is Lebronto officially going to become the name of that city? Hopefully they take pride in how well they did. They played well. I don't really watch the NBA that much. I can't really comment, but LeBron is just amazing. I can't believe what he's doing right now. I'm 6 feet, 180 pounds. I can touch the rim depending on the day. Will I be able to dunk? Definitely think so. How much weight should you lose? I don't know your body type, but just get your body fat as low as possible. I say like under 10% would probably be optimal. And then just try to figure out your force to mass ratio. If you're 180 pounds, say you drop 5 pounds, 175 pounds, and just try to get your strength up, because if you're 180 pounds at 6 feet, it's going to be probably tough to lose some weight. So if your ratio is like this and you want it like this, a bigger gap, it's going to be harder to lower this one. So just increase your strength. That would be my advice. And definitely think you can dunk. I already answered the what's your job. The best pun, you know, Chris Lyons. On the spot. I don't know. The only one I can think of is, isn't that punny? Like the stupid pun of a pun with being funny. There we are. He's right here live. I don't know a pun. I'll think of that one. I guess it means I don't know one, so I don't have a best one. I have siblings. I have an older sister, a younger brother, and a younger sister. So I have 3. What should I do to gain weight? Why do you want to gain weight? If you just want to gain weight to get muscle, you don't need to gain weight to gain muscle. Try to get strength without gaining weight. Try to stay lean and cut, and don't worry about the numbers of weight. Just try to get your body fat super low. If you're trying to dunk, I'm assuming you're trying to dunk. So just try to do a lot of strength gaining, but try to stay lean. And I talked about it on my podcast and my other little snippet of my new workout phase, and I learned a lot about how to get stronger without gaining weight, which is just doing the concentric and trying to eliminate the eccentric. Check out that video for more about that. Is it better to jump 2 foot or 1 foot? It's no better for either. There might be better like game dunk situations, but I think they're both good. Just do what comes natural and work on both. I'm trying to work on both. I think my 1 foot's coming along, by the way, boys. My birthday's December 4th, 1992. Thank you for asking. Why did I switch? Oh, this guy's got Adrian R. Got a bunch of questions. Oh, I forgot to tell who's asking these questions. Sorry, I forgot to shout you out, guys. Why did you switch to right-left? So my left-right, when I plant left-right, this one twists out, and I took a couple months to try to fix that plant. I'm actually going back to trying to fixing it now, but it was just so hard to fix that plant, and every time I tried to jump, like more than half of my jumps would feel really uneven, and I would feel like some knee pain and just some weird, like I was tweaking my ankle every jump. But right-left was solid every time. I was just terrible off the dribble, and I was just terrible at dunking and going up to the rim. But my plant, anytime I took off, was solid every time, so I felt like it was a better foundation. I could jump a lot higher. I'm kind of tan right now. Kobe's or J's? I like I think I like the way Jordans look, but I can't play in them. I've never found a Jordan that I play well in. I mean, not play well in, but feel comfortable in. Kobe's, I love the Kobe 9s and I love the Mamba Instincts right now. They're low tops and I feel so light and agile in them. Jordans, I think a lot of them are too narrow for me. I really like those Jordan low tops that have like the green bottom. I think they're like 11s. I don't know Jordans at all. Yeah, they are the 11s. Can you see this? Why won't it focus? Damn. Well, at least I know them. The Jordan 11s. One day I'm going to try to play in the Jordan 11s, but the Kobe's have been so great for me, and I feel really good in them, so I'm going to go with Kobe's for now. I don't know. It's hard to link up with Isaiah and Lewis, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Isaiah's been training and rehabbing his knee a lot. Lewis actually hit me up this week, but I was out of town. So probably with Lewis soon. Isaiah, I'm not so sure. NYC, what's up, Brian? I got family in NYC. Or not NYC, but NY. Favorite rapper? I might have to go with Lil Dicky. He's just so awesome. He's so different. And I feel like when I listen to him, I get what I like most about rapping, which is I get the vibe of like, I get energized from it, but I also, he's got such deep lyrics, not like deep, like emotional, but deep as like, if you break down every word, it means something hilarious if you really look into it. Other people's like, you read it, it's just like something stupid. But I love stupid music too, because it's more about the feel for me when I listen to music, but Lil Dicky's got both, and he's hilarious, and he's so smart, and he's got thoughts that I had too that I really like. I can go on forever about him, but I love Lil Dicky. But I love Drake and I love Big Sean. Those are probably my top 3 right now. But I love all the big name rappers too. But I'm not a big Kanye fan. I like some of his, but like I'm not huge on him. I don't know why. Worst sneaker ever? I don't know. For dunking? I don't know. I've seen people dunking terrible shoes, so I don't know how they do it. But for me, it's like anything that I feel unstable in. Like I couldn't imagine dunking in like Converse. Kodak Black is good, but he's silly. He's ridiculous. What's up, Brant? Question. Best advice, how to stay motivated. Oh wait, I skipped this one. Cami dunks. Not really dunking related, but what's your biggest regret in life so far? I don't have any regrets, really, because I try not to think about that and I try not to do anything that I would regret. But I think the only thing I guess regret would be not trying to make these videos sooner, because I've always liked making videos, but I kind of didn't think there was a point to it, or I didn't really see the value. I don't know, I just wish I started making real videos earlier and started getting more serious about making videos, just because I love to do it and it's going really well right now, and I just wish I started earlier. But besides that, that's pretty much it. Everything's going so well so far. Hey Steven, big fan as you know. Question, what's your best advice on stay motivated through any obstacles like slumps or injuries? Said some stuff about it before, but not one concise answer to my knowledge. Yo, what's up, Brent? If you're going through a slump, just try to remember, hopefully you're not slumping from the very start. So just remember that you made it to wherever you are, and just know from my experience, I hope this can help you, that I've gone through a bunch of slumps for a long time, but that's kind of why I make these videos as well, because I go through slumps from time to time, but usually it's because I'm not working on something I need to work on, and once I figure that out, I can break out of that slump. I think one time I was in a slump for like, I'm still kind of in it, but I think I've jumped higher since then, but like a couple of years, just because I wasn't strength training and I was trying all these different things. But just try to stay motivated that you've made progress so far and you're not declining. So just try to stay focused on that you made it to, like, say you're like walking upstairs and you got to this step and now you're like going flat for a while. Just be happy that you're on this step and just remember where you used to be, and that if you made it to this step, you can definitely keep going. You just got to figure it out. And I know it's hard to figure it out, but hard work is usually the answer. Scratch that, always the answer. Do you stretch before you sleep? I don't really stretch that much anymore. I think I'm as flexible as I need to be, and I kind of just do dynamic leg kicks on certain days, and just try to stay loose. I don't really do like static stretching. I'm not really trying to get more flexible or more limber, I guess, but I'm just trying to keep my muscles loose and healthy. So I do, on like today I lifted, by the way, and like tomorrow I might do some, like, go to the gym, do some leg kicks, maybe a little bit of foam rolling, and just kind of stretch and just get into it, but not like hold it like crazy, just to get like some blood flowing to the muscles and things like that. Let's say I have a game Saturday. When should be the last day of the work week so I give my body time to rest? I think if you're doing like just like a light workout, you can do it like even the day before. But I'd say maybe give yourself a full day of rest. But the thing is with a game is, like if I was competing and I say I had a game on Sunday, I have a game on Saturday, I might work out and rest, do my last workout on Wednesday, rest completely Thursday so I'm fully rested, but then Friday kind of get back in the swing of things, so have like a light workout where I'm shooting around, jumping, but like definitely not exhausting myself, like getting fully warm and getting full speed, but then not really using that energy. Does that make sense? So that by Saturday, I'm kind of like primed. I don't want to rest the day before a game because I feel like then I'm getting a little too stagnant. That's just how I like to do it. Do I speak more than one language? Not really. I'm trying to learn Spanish. Just went to Puerto Rico. I learned Spanish a bunch of times in school, like all the basics. I went to the basic classes like 3 different times just because when you go to middle school, high school, like it's just an easy A. So I know like the basics of Spanish, and I'm actually learning it now. I downloaded that Duolingo app. I'm trying to learn that. I really want to learn Spanish. So I know like 10% of it, maybe 20%. I can have like a basic conversation and get my way around, but I'm trying to learn good. Learn it well. 113, Peter. 113 scared the crap out of me, but how did you and Ira meet? We met on Tinder, just like millions of other people, but it was a little different because she was visiting Florida. So then I just got her number, and then she was in Utah. So then we talked for months, and then I had to go visit her, and we visited back and forth for a long time before we got to live together. So very interesting way of meeting, but it was a lot of fun, and it was really interesting because I did not know she did not live here. So I learned it right away, but it was just not what I expected. What scared you, by the way? 113. Skin? Was that skin? Okay. Where was I? How tall am I? Shy of 6 feet, below 5'11", right above 5'9". Do the math. Caffeine before workouts, dunk sessions, how do I get hyped? A lot of times I have plenty of hype, but sometimes I take a little bit of caffeine, like drink a little bit of tea just to get the sweat going a little faster, just so I'm not completely cold. But I like caffeine, especially if I want to go super, super hard and get that edge of like so much energy that I'm not thinking. I kind of use caffeine for that, but I don't really need it nowadays because I'm getting really good sleep and I'm really energized, and I'm usually really pumped to dunk, especially on good days when I've been training for a while. Like today I lifted so well that the next time I go to the gym, I'm going to be super pumped to dunk. Maybe not, because I know I'm going to kind of go low during this strength phase, but like after the strength phase, when all I'm doing is dunking, I'm super hyped to go dunk. So it's like, I don't really need caffeine, but I do like it a little bit just to wake myself up, especially if I go to the gym in the morning, like right after breakfast or something. Love watching your journey. Meet us with your girlfriend. I don't know what that means. Thanks, man. Thanks, Martin. Channy. Appreciate it. When everyone is equipped with bionic limbs, will dunking still feel the same? Whoa. What if I jump so high that I leave the gravitational pull of the earth and float away? Whoa. Bryant. How will sports work when consciousness is transferred into super robots and we're all sane physically whether we train or not? What if my grandma dunks on me? Whoa. Alright, what is everyone equipped with bionic limbs? I don't think so, because it's the fact that it's like you're defying gravity. So if you have bionic limbs, I think it'll be still as fun, but you'll be having to dunk on like a 100-foot hoop, something like that still takes like a lot of effort. I don't know, if the effort's not there, the fun of it is like the effort, like when you feel like you're, I don't know, bionic limbs would kind of kill it. It's kind of like lowering the rim, like it's still fun to dunk, but it's like it's not like legit, I guess. If you leave the gravitational pull of Earth, go dunk on the moon. How will sports? Yeah, that's going to be weird when we're all the same physically. That's very weird. It's going to be, I guess it'll come down to who tries harder. What will it come down to? Who practices the most if we're the same physically? That'll be pretty interesting too. But I guess it'll be who, like for me, I'm terrible at the dunking techniques, but I have, like Isaiah, for example, He's always practicing the technique whenever I work out with him, so he's really on point with all technique. And so are a lot of dunkers, but I just trained with him recently. So like for that, for example, is like he's definitely better at actually dunking. So if we had the same physical body, he might be a better dunker just because he has better technique with the actual practice. But if we're same physically, does that encompass that as well? Like, I hate the word encompass. I gotta come with a better word than that. Hey Steve, Uncle Drew, is it better to be a 1 foot or 2 foot jumper? By the way, I prefer the tripod. I'm on a tripod now, so you're welcome. 1 foot or 2 foot jumper, doesn't really matter. I say go with both. It's definitely versatile to be both. My whole thing is to be dunking in games, so I'm trying to dunk in game. So 1 foot's definitely a little bit easier to catch one in game because it's a little bit more fluid as you're running. You just kind of take off. But I think 2 foot's a little safer, a little easier for different tricks. You're going like up and down more than like forwards, but they're both like about the same. Like you don't really see anybody that's I don't know. Most people are pretty good off both. I guess there's a lot more 2 foot jumpers nowadays, but I don't think it's better. Like if you're gonna choose one, don't choose one. Just go with what you can do better. Am I the shortest person to ever Eastbay? Definitely not. I think Porter Mayberry Eastbay, and he's like 5'5". Why I wake up? How tall are you? I'm 5'10", and you wake up to live. What video games do you play? Great question. You guys should answer that because I think I might start live streaming on Twitch. Would you be interested? Another question on the answers portion of the video. I think I want to live stream on Twitch because I miss playing video games. I think it would make a great video. It'd be a ton of fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it too because I like watching it. So I want to, just like I make these videos of dunking, I love watching dunk videos, so I want to create more dunk videos, so there you go. Do you think you're the only one living in the simulation? No. That means you're writing this and you're in it? My boy Daniel's in here. What up, Chef? If we were being simulated, did we choose to be simulated before we came to Earth? No, that's the whole point. Someone made us. How many times a day do you think about how you got on Earth? I don't think about how we got on Earth, but I think about how we're still on Earth and we're just in the middle of space all day long. Like every time I go in my car, I'm looking up, I see the moon, I'm like, oh, that thing's floating too, just like us. Or if like the wind's blowing, I'm like, it's so weird how the wind's just blowing us. And like, why is there wind? Are you here for a reason? I think about that too, but like I can't answer that one, so I kind of have other questions I'm more thinking about more often. Should we all live life to the fullest? I definitely think that. That's why I do everything I do, because I feel like that's the only way to live. If you don't live life to the fullest, you're wasting this precious thing we have, which we don't even know what it is. So why would you waste that? That's just like, I really don't like wasting any second because you don't know what's coming next, so you might as well do the most you can right now. Weird ass wink. I look really tan. Thanks, Puerto Rico. Even if you could be the only one in the simulation, yes, still live life to the fullest because maybe you could figure it out. Don't just like, what? I don't know, I can't deal with the fact of sitting around doing nothing. Do you share the same present moment with everyone else on Earth? That's weird. I don't know. I think so. I think we're all in the same reality here on Earth, but I think there's like other realities. Do dunks make noise even if you don't witness it? I'm pretty sure. The Earth, I definitely don't think it's flat or domed. I really believe the scientists, and I was listening to this guy who was saying, I don't believe things that I can't prove myself. I can't prove that the world is round myself. But there's people who can and be like, oh, those people can, you have to trust them. But I'm sure if I got them to sit right here, they can show it to me and I'll understand it. So that's where I stand on that. Like, I can't prove it right now with my hands, but someone could show it and it'll make logical sense to me. So, and I trust that because, like, I don't know. I just do. I don't know. Who made the simulator? It could be anybody. Like, billions of people could be making it. Kids could be making it. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about it. It's pretty funny. I'm watching this May 5th, 4:31 p.m. for the second time. I'm pretty sure I asked that in the video. I forgot about that, but that's hilarious. How are you going? How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Jake? If your pet could speak, what would you say to it? I would just ask him what he needs, how he's doing, just to see if he's good. He seems pretty good. He seems happy, so that's pretty much me talking to him, is me looking at how how he's doing. He's chilling right now. He's sleeping. Garrison's sleeping. Sorry, I can't really answer these questions. I have to answer these ones. Who's your favorite NBA player? I just love the dunkers, and I love the guys who you can like you watch one season and they weren't. Then you see them the next season and they're just way better, and they're the same person, but you can tell in the off season they just put in a ton of work, and it's crazy. Like, and I also love the guys who have like sneaky balance out of nowhere. I really love Russell Westbrook. How could you not love his intensity when he dunks? If you're a dunk fan, you gotta love every single one of his dunks. They're insane. Who else? I don't know. I love Blake Griffin when he posters people. I love the dunkers. Anybody who dunks. Gerald Green. Why did I switch from 1 foot to 2 foot? Because my 1 foot was just terrible, and I was trying to do both. But in the very beginning, I was doing 1 foot, but then when I tried 2 foot, I got automatically higher than my 1 foot. It's just like, I guess using 2 feet, I got a little bit higher, and I just stuck with that because I just wanted to get my first dunk, and I just wanted to get more dunks. So I was able to dunk better off 2 feet than my 1 foot. So I just kind of stuck with it, and my 1 foot just kind of started to fall by the wayside. Back in the day when I started dunking, I wasn't really trying to be the best dunker I could be. I was just trying to jump the highest. So if I got anything that worked to make me jump higher, I just stuck with that. I didn't really train the other things. Can I make another dunk rap? I guess so. Why not? When will I start getting experimental? Definitely will get experimental. That's OKC for life. I will get experimental in my dunk sessions when I hit my goal of probably like 46-inch vertical. When I'm jumping that high and I hit my goals, and I hit like my goals I set out for Dunk Journey 2.0, which is like basic dunks off dribble, like tomahawk, reverse pump, between the legs, things like that. When I hit all those goals, then I'm just having dunk sessions. I'll probably get super experimental. I already tried like a J Rich at one session, I think. I would love to try more J Riches. I'm just like so structured and trying to jump higher right now. It's hard to try some new dunks because they don't really help me jump higher. So I'm really focused on jumping higher right now. So after I jump higher, definitely getting experimental in this piece. What's your favorite food? I think I really love hamburgers, but I cut out bread recently, so I haven't really been eating them. But that's probably my favorite. I love like pulled pork, pulled chicken. I love pulled food. Who's your favorite basketball player? Probably Russell Westbrook. What's up from Spain? Martin Menendez. I said that right. Favorite food? I don't know. I like a lot of different food. Meat. What products do I use? Like food products? Hair products? I use like a weird cream. Skin? Lotion? For supplements, all I take is like fish oil every day because I think it's just good for my bones or my joints, I mean. So that's all I take. I don't take anything else. At what age were you fully grown? I think like 19. I had like a 1/4 of an inch growth spurt. So I was like 5'9.5". Now I'm like 5'9", like an eighth under 5'10" without shoes. So I grew like a 1/4 of an inch or something at like 23. Something weird like that. Yo, Steven. Tito MVP. When I jump, my head is around 20 centimeters, I'm guessing, under the rim, but when I try to dunk, I barely get my palm over the rim. Are you jumping with the ball? If so, try throwing yourself a lob. That might help you. If you want to dunk with the ball, try to get stronger with that arm swing, use medicine balls and things like that. Also, love your vids. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep always being you. Thanks, my dude. Try that. It's probably your technique with the ball in your hand. So I have videos on that as well. Dribble dunks I talk about a lot. So check out some of my other videos, hope they help. If not, ask me again. Oh, I'm coming to the end. Oh my God. How do I lift to jump higher without getting bigger? Just learned this recently. Check out the latest podcast, I think it's 37. Jump higher and getting stronger. So jump higher without getting bigger. You want to get stronger and do the concentric of part of the exercise without the eccentric. So just try to lift the weight up and then just drop the weight if you're doing deadlifts. I do a whole podcast on it, check it out, but the basic concept is when you do the concentric, that builds the strength. When you do eccentric, it kind of rips the fibers a little more, which gives you more soreness and also makes your muscles grow in size. So if you try to focus on only the concentric, you'll get the good benefits of the strength without the size. Hence, staying lighter. Favorite plyos, I really like sprints, which I definitely need to do soon. It's just like not easy in a gym. I got to get to a field, but I always want to go to a gym to work out. But I love depth jumps. I love the feeling of stepping off a box and all that weight, trying to jump off that. I love box jumps as well. I've been liking single leg box jumps. I did them today. They feel really good. I just like the stability of them, and I like the challenge of going off one foot, and I like the single leg plyometrics a lot. I don't think they're great for gaining vert, but they're good for your overall vertical jump training. They're not like secrets or anything like that. What's your biggest fear and what's your worst bullying experience? Love what you're doing, bro. Dunks for Christ. What's up? Biggest fear is probably an injury, probably getting like a really bad injury, like where I can't dunk. It's probably my biggest fear. Dying, I don't know. I don't have that many fears. Just basically not achieving my goals probably is my biggest fear. What's the worst bullying was probably just, the thing is with me is I never cared. That's kind of why I do live streams, but it never really got to me. But I was really short when I was in middle school. I was like under 5 feet tall. I was like 4'10", 4'11". So I grew really late, so I was always really short. So that kind of is what fueled this dunk session, or dunk journey, I mean. I never really, I didn't start dunking because I was short or because I was like defying the odds of being 5'10", but it definitely helped fuel me to prove them wrong, because I definitely thought I could get myself to get to this level I'm at now before I can even dunk, just because I saw other people who can do it. I'm like, if other people can do it and they started from where I'm starting, I can definitely do it. But I always liked to dunk even when I was short, and I always liked to, maybe that's why I started jumping in the beginning, because I always liked dunking even when I was like 5 years old. You can find videos of me on YouTube. I was 5 years old dunking in my backyard, obviously very short. But I just always loved dunking to begin with, but I was always the shortest one, so I loved going on mini rims and like being the best dunker even though I was the shortest one, even though we're using a low rim. So that's a great question to end on. But bullying, I always just used it to prove them wrong because I had enough belief in myself, I guess. I never really let it get to me, and I never really thought too much of it because I didn't really believe the bullying. So if they said I was short, because I heard a lot of things when I was trying to dunk. I used to go with this huge same tripod on, and just to try to touch the rim or hang with 2 hands, and people would ask me what I'm doing, and I would tell them I'm trying to dunk or train to dunk, and I would hear them say like, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to dunk, like you're like," because they couldn't dunk or they never thought it was possible. So why would they think I could if I'm like jumping lower than they can? But I was just like, it was almost like I almost got excited when they said that, because I couldn't wait to see them again when I could, or like post this video and have them see it. So that was great. But as far as bullying, just stay tough, bro. Don't worry about what people say. You just know who you are, and you just trust yourself, because you know what's best for you. And don't do things because people say you can't. Do them because you want to. Damn, that was pretty good, Steve. How do I do a back scratch dunk? I'm gonna try to get to these questions now in the super chat. How do you do a back scratch dunk? Try to jump up, swing it up first, then back, and then down. I'm terrible at it, but that's my advice. How many times per week do you go to the gym to work with weights? Twice now. I go for 1 heavy day and 1 more speed day. But other days I might go dunk. What's your job? I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I never really got into it, and I'm not going to get into it now because I'd get lost in it, and it takes too much time. Is your vert still 43 inches? I think it is about that, if not lower right now, because when you start strength training for real, you do more volume, I've learned, and that kills your vertical because your body's really taxed and it's hard to keep jumping at a certain height. These comments are hard to read because they keep disappearing. I'll try to subscribe, my dude. Do you mind if I call you Steve? Sure thing. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong on my jump form. Young people play. Okay, I'll check out your form, bro. AJ Nickerson. Do you think LaMelo Ball is NBA material? Material as in skin-wise? I think so, and I mean that. I mean, like, he's got the long, lanky body, and he's long, and he's talented, and he's got, like, things like that, and he's got the right height. But I don't see him trying that hard. Like, his brother, like, seems to be putting in that work, like his older brother, but I just don't see him putting in that work. So if he doesn't put in that work, no. But if he keeps training hard and he wants to, I think he can. But so far, not so great. How do you find motivation to jump on your low days? I answered that earlier. I'm a Kiwi, thank you. New Zealand, what's up, Nathan? 320 in Lithuania, I'm sorry, dude. Flip cards app, I wish I knew about that before this. Argentina, I've been to Argentina once. 15, how much can I expect my vertical to increase in 15 and going to the gym? Oh, I'm 15. Today increase, maybe like, I don't know, a little bit, but like over time, as much as you want it to go, I think you can increase to get to a 50-inch vertical for sure if you keep working, bro. I'm getting the questions from my first video. I did like a Q&A series and I asked you to put your question in the comments, and I'm reading all the questions in the comments now. Your brain in person. What's up, Brian Hidalgo? Why do people have their low and high days, but why are they so drastically different from your high days? I don't know. Like other people, like you, they have really drastically low days. It could be a lot of factors. I talked about that before, so try to listen to that part of it, I guess. 5 a.m. Okay, I think that's all the questions. I think I got them. Have you ever caught a body before? I caught one when this kid that couldn't jump, but it wasn't really in a game. It was just after his friends bet if he can block me, and I really destroyed him. But it wasn't that good. I really have high hopes to really body people in games. That's my dream. Look up T-Dub in-game dunks, and that's what I want to do. Celtics versus Cavs. I think the Cavs are going to pull it out. Dude, do you write out workout plans for your Patreon subscribers? That's actually something I was planning on doing. I got to find the time to do that, but that's a great idea. I'm 25, and I think that's it for now. Whew. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for everybody who joined and watched the live stream. If you're watching it after it's recorded, thanks also. I'm a little bit behind on my videos. You're a gem, David Dangle, thanks. So anyway, thanks dudes. My videos are going to be a little bit out of order. I have a video from right before I took vacation. I think it's number 323. So after that, I'm going to post some of the dunks from Puerto Rico because I did 2 dunk sessions, one on the low rim, just a few dunks, probably like 10 dunks or so, but it was kind of fun, great scenery. And then I just had a workout today, which went great. So I'm going to post that next. So I got like 3 videos to post, and I got a workout coming later this week. I'm going to try to get them all out. Also working on a rap that I'm just having fun with. Maybe a podcast coming soon as well. But let me know what you think about this video, if this part was great, if these answers helped, and I could do another questions part for episode 2. I'll just say, yo, put your questions. It's time for the questions. And now you know to put your questions in the answers in the comments of the questions video. And if this format is good, if you have another what's it called, format that you think would be a little bit better, let me know. I think this quality should be pretty good. It's on my new iPhone. I'm home on the Wi-Fi. Let's get it. Got my salt lamp and stuff with my stuff. All right, we're good. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Peace out now. Okay.